WACP, the place to be, for we are creative people, and some place to be in front of the equitable building at 100 Peachtree Street in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're talking with
Zimbabwe Shakura.
All right. So tell us what's going on today.
Well, I'm here because this is the 27th anniversary here, April 18th. This 27th anniversary of the Zimbabwe liberation, and I'm here because we are standing right in front of Congressman Lewis's office because we're upset that the congressman is on the wrong side of this issue. Here, Zimbabwe, a country that had fought for its independence, won its independence in 1980, is now today under sanctions, sanctions from the European Union and the United States and Britain are holding sanctions against this country, trying to cripple this country, trying to do a regime change of an elected president without any pretext other than the fact that they're angry that this country was willing to do something that no other country in that hemisphere or in that southern region was willing to do, and that's to give back the land to the masses of the Zimbabwean people. And that's why Britain and the United States is upset, and that's why they've brought sanctions against this country. And we understand what sanctions mean. Sanctions are really a pretext towards war. If we look at what happened in Iraq, they did sanctions for several years, crippled that country. Millions of children and adults died during that period of time. Now they're bringing those same kind of ratchet in on Zimbabwe, and what they're doing in Zimbabwe is really bringing hunger and destroying the economy so they can get what they want. And they've been willing to do that around the world. You see them do it when an was elected in Palestine. They did the same thing, cut out the funding, tried to cripple their government. It's a strategy that they use. And we see that it has nothing to do with human rights or people suffering. Because it was, they passed no resolution in Congress concerning after 1,000 people were killed in Lebanon. They didn't pass any resolution condemning Israel. They didn't pass any resolution condemning Guinea-Conakry when the unions and the people were up in arms and protesting against the president, and there were over 100 people killed or injured in that country. They didn't bring any resolution against the thousands that have been killed in Palestine, again, by Israeli troops. There's no resolution against any of these human rights abuses. They say nothing, absolutely nothing in Zimbabwe by the MDC, who they funding from outside. They don't do there's nothing about the violence that they have committed in the country, the violence that they've committed against ordinary citizens in the country. And when the Zimbabwe government decides that it wants to crack down on this violence, crack down on this illegal activity, they're the ones that the resolution is passed against.
So my name is Ron Parker. I'm a local activist here in Atlanta, and today, of course, is Africa Day. The 27th anniversary of the Zimbabwe people, and we're here to support not only their liberation, their independence, but also to support President Mugabe in his land reform and giving the land back to the Africans. So we're here at the congressional office of John Lewis, Congressional District 5 here in Atlanta, and we would like to share our opinion with the congressman that we support. American blacks, American Negroes, whomever you want to call us, we're here to say we're interested in the future of Africa, and we're here to support the efforts of President Mugabe and getting the land back to the Africans.
Soft drinks? Would you like Coke, Sprite?
Thank you.
Anybody up for Coke? Coke, Sprite, Coke?
You take the
Bring in a couple of drinks, sir.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Mr.
Johnson.
Good to meet you. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get started, Joe.
Thank you very much.
I was really excited about you all coming here today. Me and my good friend had long.
Look here, brother. I need a card. That's my.
Good here to meet with you all.
Well, actually, what we did was fax this here document, this press advisory, on the 16th, the morning of the 16th of this month. And we understood that there was going to be a national effort around the country of support for people in Zimbabwe. And we as Atlantans wanted to be a part of that national effort. And that's why we're here today. And of course, as you know, sometimes you just don't have the time to make things happen. So when things come up, you just have to make them happen at the last moment. I'm sure you can understand that. We appreciate you being here, and by all means, we appreciate talking to you. So.
Absolutely.
And I think that we want to start from this point of view too, is that actually we feel a little bit the same way, that we haven't been consulted on the policy that has been coming out of the congressional, Black Congressional Caucus about the question of Zimbabwe, because they've been speaking seemingly on behalf of people of African descent in this country on this question in a way that many of us don't support. A large number of us don't support the position that has been taken. The resolution that resolution that has been sponsored by Barack Obama and several others that is calling for the condemnation of Zimbabwe. We're totally against that. We're against that because to us we see a pattern, and a pattern that has been happening for quite some time. Whenever an African country, an African leader, or any other leader around the world that doesn't agree with U.S. policy or does something that the U.S. and imperialist powers like Britain don't agree with, these countries are isolated, or put against them. And what we're complaining about, one, is that the Black Caucus has not spoken out against these sanctions. And this is the only country in that region that has decided to take that land and redistribute it to the masses of people in Zimbabwe. And we want to know how somebody like John Lewis, a civil rights leader, somebody who fought against that kind of discrimination in this country for African people, could be on the side of a resolution that is so backward. How he could not stand up and say that these sanctions must be lifted.
WACB, the place to be. For we are